It was a chilly evening in the small town of Willow Creek, where the hospital, nestled on a quiet street, glowed softly with a golden hue from its windows, welcoming both patients and visitors alike. Amidst the usual hospital bustle, something peculiar caught the staff's attention. A small, shaggy puppy curled up near the entrance, shivering as the cold wind swept through the town. At first, no one paid much mind to the tiny creature. They thought it was just a stray dog, a common sight in the area. Yet every night the same puppy would return and settle into its usual spot just outside the glass doors of the hospital. The puppy seemed to observe the comings and goings with hopeful eyes, and though it often shivered in the cold, it stayed silent. The doctor's observation, Dr. Alan Rivera, a compassionate and observant physician, was among those who noticed the puppy. For weeks he had passed by the little dog when heading into or coming out of his night shifts. Initially, he thought it was mere coincidence. The puppy probably lingered for warmth near the hospital doors. But something about its unwavering presence tugged at his heart. It wasn't just loitering. The puppy appeared to be waiting for something or someone. One evening, after his shift, Dr. Allen couldn't ignore his curiosity anymore. He knelt down near the puppy, which hesitated at first, but didn't run away. The doctor observed that the puppy was scruffy, but not emaciated. It was well-fed and looked relatively healthy, though its eyes carried an expression of sorrow and longing. He reached out gently, and to his surprise, the puppy leaned into his touch, softly whimpering. "What's your story, little one?" Dr. Allen whispered, stroking its soft fur. The puppy responded with a hopeful wag of its tail. Still, the doctor had no idea why the dog kept returning to the same spot every night. The truth was soon revealed. Determined to find answers, Dr. Allen decided to watch over the puppy after his shift the following night. Instead of leaving immediately, he sat near the hospital's entrance, observing the dog's behavior. It remained motionless for hours, gazing intently at the hospital's sliding doors. Dr. Allen was puzzled. Who was the puppy waiting for? His curiosity deepened when he overheard a nurse saying that the puppy had been here every night for nearly a month now. It didn't bark or cause trouble. It simply waited. Finally, Dr. Allen approached a hospital security guard, a kind older man named Mr. Tobias, and inquired about the puppy. Tobias shook his head and said, "Inside, that dog's got a sad story. I saw it a while back following. An old man, a regular visitor here. The man came for treatments, and the puppy always stayed outside waiting for him to come back." Dr. Allen frowned. "What happened to the man?" Tobias hesitated before replying. "He passed away about a month ago. Cancer. Ever since, that puppy's been coming here waiting for him. It doesn't know he's gone." A heartbreaking bond. Dr. Allen felt a lump form in his throat as he looked at the puppy, now resting its head on its paws and gazing into the distance. The thought of the animal's loyalty and confusion broke his heart. The puppy had no way of understanding what had happened to its beloved owner. It patiently waited each night, hoping to see him walk out of the hospital doors. Moved by the story, Dr. Allen decided he couldn't let the puppy suffer alone anymore. That night, he sat beside it again, speaking softly. "He's not coming back, little one, but you don't have to face this alone." Though he wasn't sure if the puppy understood, it seemed to recognize the kindness in his voice. It nestled closer to him, seeking comfort. A new chapter. Dr. Allen took the puppy home that night, though the transition wasn't easy. The dog often tried to return to the hospital, its eyes lighting up with hope whenever they passed it during walks. But Dr. Allen was patient, working to show the dog that it was loved and cared for. He named the puppy Hope, a name that reflected both its unyielding spirit and the new life he wanted to give it. Hope gradually adapted to its new environment. Once quiet and lonely, Dr. Allen's home became lively with the presence of his new friend. Hope brought joy into his life, and in turn he provided the love and security the dog had lost. Over time, Hope stopped lingering near the hospital and found peace in its new home. Dr. Allen's realization came one evening while playing with Hope in the park. As they enjoyed their time together, he found himself reflecting on the bond they had formed. Hope's unwavering loyalty reminded him of the power of unconditional love, love that endures even in the face of loss. He understood that the puppy had not only healed from its grief, but had also brought healing into his own life. Dr. Allen, who had been struggling with loneliness and exhaustion from his demanding job, rediscovered joy and purpose through caring for hope. The story of the puppy spread throughout Willow Creek, touching many hearts. The hospital staff, who had once ignored the little dog, now marveled at its resilience and devotion. Hope became a symbol of unwavering love and loyalty, inspiring the community to be kinder and more compassionate, both toward animals and each other. Dr. Allen began volunteering at a local animal shelter, inspired by his experience with Hope. He also encouraged others to adopt stray animals, sharing the incredible story of a small puppy who had taught him the true meaning of love and hope. Moral of the story of hope reminds us of the profound bonds that can develop between humans and animals. It teaches us about the power of loyalty, love, and compassion, even in the face of loss and heartache. Sometimes, the greatest healing comes not from what we give, but from what we receive in return. Unexpected, unspoken, yet deeply transformative. In a world that often feels hurried and indifferent, we are reminded to pause, care, and cherish the connections that bring true meaning to our lives.